What is going on, my YouTube friends? You know, guys, I got a 1980 Ford Fairmont that I've been working on forever. You know, guy just come by, made me a good offer, it's sold. I'm joking, man. That thing ain't going nowhere. But anyhow, so the engine, it's a good possibility that could be done this week. Right now, I'm kind of waiting on the guy that's doing the trans to call me to come pick it up. So the guy that's doing the engine, he's going to order the torque converter and everything for me. So, yeah, we're on the way, baby. We're on the way. So my goal is to get this thing running and on the ground by spring. You think I can do it? I don't know. I might need a little help from somebody. I have to get some phone calls and see if I can get some people over here to give me a hand, or get my son or my grandson or somebody over here, right? So let's go over the things that I've done to this Fairmont in the last 10 years. Well, the first couple of years I drove it. I had a 6-cylinder in it. Flywheel was pretty much eat up. I'd have to go under the hood and turn the engine over and find a good spot on the flywheel and start it up and drive it. It ran pretty good. It was a 6-cylinder. But the car's from Arizona, so the interior was fried. So I'm thinking, man, I got to put some interior in this thing. So I bought an 96 Bronco off my uncle up in the UP. God bless his soul, he passed away. My favorite uncle. I had a 351 Windsor, 76,000 miles on it. So I took that 351 Windsor out, cleaned it up, put a aluminum intake on it, made it pretty, you know what I mean? And I was going to put that in this Fairmont, air conditioning and all that stuff, and replace the interior and put a real nice interior on it, put a real nice paint job on it, and make it a nice cruiser. Well, within that time, I bought my 70 Mach 1 back from my brother that I sold it to, who had it restored down in Tennessee. Hi, Rick. I know you're probably watching this. And so I kind of like set the Fairmont to the side. Well, it's yours videos. I mean, I could probably go through and find and put links down there, but I'm not going to. If you want to look, you can find them. So anyhow, I got this car. I brought it in the garage, finally, and I started taking the interior out of it. Started taking the motor and trans out of it. Ended up selling the engine to my brother Rick. He's into cars too. He's got a 70 Boss 302. He's got a Ford Lightning, I think 95 red. So it's 95, 96. So anyhow, and they're mint. Both of them are mint. I did videos on those too. Well, not the Lightning, I didn't do a video, but I did get it in a video when I did my brother's Boss. So then I was going to put a 302 in it. Got a Mexican block. I was going to put a 289 in it at one time. Never happened. So I mean, I went through a dozen different kind of what I wanted to do and this and that. But I started buying the Team Z suspension and getting all that done. And I had, the rear end built and disc brakes all around the car. I mean, I've done a lot of work to the car. Painted underneath it, got it all ready for, whatever I'm going to do, whatever. I got a lot of time. And I got a lot of money invested in this old Fairmont. Old $2,500 Fairmont. Oh, it's probably worth about, with all the parts and everything, it's worth a lot more than $2,500, that's for sure. So, anywho, years later, I put this thing on a rotisserie and put the suspension underneath it and got the rear end built, and oh yeah. So I've done a ton of work to this car. Had a ton of work done to it. And I'm still nowhere with it. So then I got this great idea. I was going to go, you know what? I'm not going to build an engine. I'm not going to spend the money to build an engine. I'm just going to buy one. Well, I bought the engine. And come to find out, the engine was a piece of crap. But it had good heads, intake, had all the good stuff on it. But the innards weren't no good. So the guy that's building the engine, my friend Al, He calls me up. He goes, look, this engine will never handle what you're planning on doing with it. He goes, you know, we need to do this, that, and that, and this. So him being an engine builder and his son's cars and all of his buddies' cars running good that he's built, I'm going to listen to him. So I said, Al, you just tell me what we need to do, and we'll do it. So he told me, and we did it. So now we're getting to the point where the engine's almost done. The Fairmont, as you can see, I got the front suspension on it. I got the rear suspension on it. So we've been working on it. I got the dash. I bought a dash, Funky Stangs. He helped me get a dash, you know, which I went through a couple of them too, trying to find a real good one. The dash I got isn't perfect, but it'll work. I do have seats and stuff for the car. I got the back seat. So, I mean, I have parts for the car. I mean, we're moving forward. So I get the trans, I get the engine, I get the converter. It's time to go to work, man. And the little things I can do while the car is on the rotisserie, I'm going to go ahead and finish those up, which is probably working on the interior. So I ain't got to crawl under the dash, lay on the floor to do it. So I'll get that done while it's on the rotisserie. So in that time, we're just going to go ahead and start working on this thing and getting it done. Get it off that rotisserie and get that motor and trans put in it. Get everything hooked up. Then we'll take it, get the suspension tuned on it, and get the engine tuned, and we're going to be on our way. So I'm hoping to get this thing done by spring. It's not going to be done because it ain't going to be painted and stuff. When it's done, it'll be painted and everything. That'll be done. But right now, we're just getting this thing so we can start getting it together. Like I said, I keep saying it. Every year, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and I haven't gotten anywhere. I mean, like I said, I got the underneath painted, the engine compartment painted. Let's turn this around. I know you guys want to look at my mug, but as you see, I can pretty much set this thing on the ground right now. You know, I got all the steering in it. You know, so I got, it's ready to rock and roll, baby. Dusty from sitting, you know. So I got to put the brakes on it still, and I put the dash and everything in it. You can see in the little hole right there, got the dash in there. Wiring harness, everything's in there. But I mean, I've got a lot of work done on this thing. I've done a lot of work to it. And it's time. So we get this engine. And like I said, I bought that engine. It's a piece of junk. But we're going to get it fixed. Al's working on that thing for me now. And I was over there yesterday, and everything looks good. I put a little thing on there about the engine and the block. He's already got one piston in the cam. I'll add this to this video. All right, so I'm over at my buddy's house. He's got this thing rocking and rolling, man. Got the crank in it. Got one piston in it. He's got the camshaft in it. So ready to rock and roll, man. I appreciate Al for hooking me up like this. So he should have this done pretty soon. All right, guys. Anywho, let's get in here. Pop the door open. See the mess I got in here. Hey, there's the dash. You know, got to put the steering column and stuff in it. Start getting this thing together, baby. It's time. I say that all the time. I know. But we're working on it, man. We're going to get her. Oh, something must have fell. Gas tank, I got that all done. So I got parts. You know, so we're heading in the right direction. We just got to get her done. And I've been working on the house, getting the kitchen done for the wife. Got her an office being built. So things are happening. Things are happening at Mr. Mach 1's house and in his garage. And then, you know, I got to get the four-wheeler out so I can plow the snow if it snows this year, which I'm pretty sure it's going to. So I just figured I'd make this little video, show you what's going on. And we're going to get started here real soon. And the wheels and tires, they came off the 93. Yeah. LX, 91 Mustang LX, he's buying those, Mark. He's getting those wheels. We'll probably get him down there to Canada, up there to Canada to him here within the next, probably next spring, you know, when the snow melts and we can start moving around. So, hey man, I got entertainment. I got stuff in the little refrigerator, so if I need something to drink, we're good to go. With all that being said, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my videos. You guys are awesome. And hey, there goes my garage cat. There you go, see, my garage cat. Saying, take me in the house and let me eat. So we'll let her in here just a few minutes, make sure the dogs ain't running loose, right? But anyhow, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. Old subscribers, new subscribers. You guys are awesome. And if anybody tells you any different, you tell them come see Mr. Mach 1. Mr. Mach 1, let them know that you're awesome. Have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time it is you watch this video. But we're going to start getting on the boogie with the Fairmont. Yeah, buddy.